Some of the emptiest people look the happiest. They smile in pictures. They reply to messages. They go to work. They laugh when expected. They say, "I'm good." And from the outside, life looks fine. But inside, something feels missing. There's a strange heaviness they cannot explain. A quiet sadness with no clear reason. A numbness that follows them into every room. They have things people said would make them happy. Maybe a job. Maybe friends. Maybe progress. Maybe attention. Maybe money. Maybe achievements. Yet when the noise fades, they are left alone with a feeling they cannot outrun. Emptiness. And what makes it harder is that they feel guilty for feeling this way. Because life looks fine. So they ask themselves, what is wrong with me? Why am I not grateful? Why do I still feel this hollow feeling? Why can't I enjoy what I have? But maybe nothing is wrong with you. Maybe the problem is that people taught you how to build a life that looks full without teaching you how to feel full inside. Tonight, we're going to talk about the emptiness nobody sees, the hidden reasons it happens, and how healing begins when everything looks okay, but doesn't feel okay. There's a special kind of pain and suffering silently, because when someone looks broken, people notice. But when someone looks fine, their pain is often ignored. You may still function. You may still show up. You may still perform. You may still post. And because you are surviving, well, nobody asks deeper questions. This is how many people become invisible in their pain. They become high-functioning sufferers. They know how to keep going while falling apart internally. They know how to smile while feeling disconnected. They know how to say, "I'm okay," because explaining the truth feels exhausting. And over time, they stop checking in with themselves too. They become strangers to their own emotions. They feel empty not because they are weak, but because they have been emotionally abandoned, sometimes by others, sometimes by themselves. There are people who have never truly rested emotionally, never felt safe enough to collapse, never felt held enough to be honest. Many people were raised to believe that fulfillment lives outside them. If you achieve more, you'll feel better. If you become attractive enough, you'll feel worthy. If people admire you, you'll feel secure. If you get the relationship, you'll feel complete. If you make money, the sadness will disappear. So people spend years chasing external proof, and sometimes they get it, but the emptiness remains. Because success cannot hug a wounded inner child. Attention cannot heal abandonment wounds. Money cannot repair emotional neglect. Validation cannot replace self-worth. Achievement cannot give identity. External things can improve life, but they cannot heal internal absence. This is why someone can be admired and still lonely, successful and still numb, loved by many and still empty. Because emptiness is often not the absence of things. It is the absence of connection. Connection to self. Connection to meaning. Connection to truth. Connection to God. Connection to emotions. Connection to peace. You can own many things and still feel disconnected from yourself. And that disconnection feels like emptiness. So they carry pain quietly. And pain carried quietly often becomes emptiness. Sometimes emptiness is not emptiness at all. Sometimes it is pain that has gone numb. Pain that was never processed. Grief you never had time to feel. Rejection you pretended didn't hurt. Heartbreak you rushed past. Stress you normalized. Childhood wounds you buried. Pressure you carried too long. Trauma your body remembers even when your mind minimizes it. The human mind is protective. When pain becomes overwhelming, it often shuts certain feelings down. Not just bad feelings, all feelings. So joy becomes muted. Excitement becomes rare. Peace feels distant. You laugh but don't feel much. You rest but don't feel restored. You win but don't feel satisfied. This is emotional numbness. And many people call it emptiness. They think they have no feelings. But often they have too many unfelt feelings. Imagine carrying boxes for years. Eventually your arms go numb. Not because there is no weight, but because there's been too much. That is how many souls feel. Another reason people feel empty. They are living according to expectations, not truth. They became who they needed to become to survive. the responsible one, the funny one, the achiever, the helper, the strong one, the people pleaser, the perfect one. And these identities may have protected them. But protection is not the same as authenticity. You can become excellent at performing a version of yourself while losing the real you underneath. So you meet goals, you do what is expected, you make people proud. Yet inside, something whispers, "This isn't me." And that whisper becomes emptiness, because the soul becomes hungry when it is unseen. Many people are starving internally while feeding an image externally. That's why some people feel relief when they disappoint others and finally become honest, because pretending is exhausting. Modern life gives many distractions from emptiness: scrolling, noise, entertainment, attention, busyness. And these things can temporarily numb discomfort. But temporary relief is not healing. The more people avoid silence, the more silence becomes terrifying, because in silence, they feel what they've been outrunning. That's why some people can't sit still, can't be alone, can't rest without reaching for a screen, because stillness introduces them to themselves. And if someone has been disconnected internally, that meeting can feel painful. So they keep distracting. But distraction delays healing, and delayed healing deepens emptiness. Healing rarely begins with a dramatic breakthrough. It often begins quietly, with honesty, not "I should be grateful," not "others have it worse," not "I'm fine," but "I don't feel okay. I feel disconnected. I'm tired of pretending. I need to understand myself." That honesty is powerful, because truth is where healing starts. Then comes compassion, not judging yourself for emptiness, not shaming yourself for struggling, not attacking yourself because life looks okay. Pain does not need permission from appearances. You are allowed to struggle even if others don't understand it. Then comes reconnection. Ask yourself, what have I been feeling but avoiding? What version of me am I performing? What wounds still need attention? What drains me constantly? What actually brings me alive? Who am I when nobody needs anything from me? These questions can feel uncomfortable, but discomfort is often the doorway back home. Then comes simple rebuilding. Sleep deeply. Reduce noise. Journal honestly. Seek wise support. Create meaning. Pray. Move your body. Protect your peace. Tell the truth more often. Healing is less about becoming someone new and more about returning to who pain made you forget. Point one day. If you stay with the process, you'll laugh and actually feel it. You'll wake up and feel lighter for no dramatic reason. You'll enjoy small moments again. Music will sound different. Peace will stop feeling suspicious. Rest will stop feeling guilty. Love will stop feeling foreign. And the emptiness that once scared you will reveal itself as a signal. It was never there to destroy you. It was there to tell you something inside needs attention. Something true needs to be felt. Something lost needs to be found. If life looks fine, but something inside feels empty, please hear this. You are not broken. You are not ungrateful. You are not crazy. You may simply be disconnected from parts of yourself that deserve healing. And disconnected people can reconnect. Numb people can feel again. Tired souls can come alive again. This is not the end of your story. It may be the beginning of your return. If this spoke to you, subscribe. This channel is for people healing silently, rebuilding deeply, and becoming who they were always meant to be.